Entering the Mayo experience.
Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience presented by Underdog. That is probably the last time you're ever going to see the old intro to the Pat Mayo Experience because, Cust, we forgot to swap it out.
It happens, and it's the season finale of Sunday Night Live.
It is. Garion, you I think you did 11 of these. Thank you.
That seems high.
You missed the
I'll
first
take
4
credit
weeks.
for 11. I don't think I was here for 11.
Forgot you didn't do any September. That's my bad.
Yeah.
We enjoy
Come
having
on.
you. We enjoy having you as the third.
Oh, yeah. I just happened to join a slow pitch league this year. Hooray.
There you go. I paid you out for your fantasy winnings for losing to Cust.
I figured we'd start here. I think every dollar you gave me was equivalent to the amount of times Cust had accepted defeat and then congratulated me for winning between the hours of what time did football start? It was like, your Saturday was okay because my players underperformed. So I would say from 1:30 p.m. on Sunday right up through the first half of the Monday night game, Cust probably told me he had lost the championship roughly 700 times.
Correct. In my defense, you also conceded to me before it was actually over and before that touchdown.
I conceded to you once a touchdown had been scored that put you ahead 4 points with no more players left on my
No.
team.
It was before the touchdown from Stafford. I was still only like
I choose to believe.
60%
I
favorite.
believe all Garions, not you.
No, okay, you're talking about when I said I don't think I'm going to survive a 40 burger from Bijan.
Yes, that's the one I'm talking
Well, I was
about.
correct.
Yeah, he was right.
You ended up being correct.
The difference
I mean,
about me conceding and you conceding is one of us ended up being correct about conceding.
I mean, like, it was a great battle, and who knew it was going to come down to 40 points from Bijan, but I got it, so I guess it is what it is. And
Yeah, I mean, I felt pretty good going into Monday.
when Jennings had that touchdown on Sunday night, I was certain, like beyond certain, that I was completely.
Yeah, so I went into that drive thinking I needed about 4 or 5 more points to feel relatively good. And McCaffrey had a catch and like a 10-yard run. I was like, that could be enough. I don't know. It'd be nice if Jawan Jennings did anything. And then, catches that ball over the middle. Not only that, but scores the touchdown. Group chat goes crazy. I really at that point think I'm like, this is 80-20. I've got this. Expected a lot more from the Rams defense. I'll just say that.
They kept throwing to McCaffrey when he couldn't move.
There was that one where he was like, he had been on the sideline, clearly like stretching out his back, just like classic old man stuff. And they threw him that little 3-yard pass over the middle when he was about to get
He didn't want it.
demolished
He
by
didn't
2
want it. I was like, oh, then drop it, please.
Well, that's basically the entire center of the 49ers offense on Saturday night against Seattle. They threw it to a bunch of gimped up guys who couldn't move.
Yeah, talk about a team that like did everything. It almost reminds me of like, in a basketball game, if you're down like 20, you make this massive run to get it tied, and then you end up losing by 10. It's like you exhaust every ounce of energy you get to where you are, and you have nothing left after that. And that's what happened last night. I mean, Seattle played some of the best defensive football we've seen all season, but San Francisco just had nothing for them.
Yeah,
Their time in the playoffs does not seem like it will be long.
Not really, because Philly's going to lose to Washington here, it looks like.
So then that's where San Francisco
Would go.
going.
They would go to Philly.
I do not like San Francisco's chances in that game, I have to say.
It's tough. The Eagles are a lot like Seattle, which, as I mentioned, it's the reason I took Seattle this week.
Yeah.
Just it's not a good matchup for the 49ers. The Eagles feel like probably the second worst matchup
I agree. That's going to be a tough one.
because the Bears lost on a last-second field goal to Detroit. So there's a chance Philly gets the ball back, scores a touchdown, ties this game, and ends
They'll
up.
go for 2, I think.
I mean, a tie is just as good for them
You're going into overtime. You don't want to go into overtime for the Eagles, right? You want to just finish
because of the
this game.
Jeff Feinberg theory.
Well, that too. But you just want the game to be over. Take your 2 points and take your chances.
Well, let's start in the AFC. I think that's more fun from today because today was, I think, the least amount of fun I've had watching football in years. It was bad.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was bad, especially with like nothing of consequence outside. Well, I guess you had the AFC South stuff that was like wrapped pretty early when Jacksonville took a 3,000-point lead after Cam Ward got hurt. It was frisky there for about 3 minutes when Cam Ward scored a
I think
touchdown.
if Cam Ward had stayed in the game and hadn't gotten hurt, I think that would have been a much, much closer game.
Potentially, but Garion, they couldn't stop Trevi. And Trevi got a grill after the game from his teammates.
Good for Trevi. Duval.
We need Duval next week, Garion. We are team
Yeah.
Duval next week. You and I, that's for sure.
Well, I don't know, because again, now comes the fun game of like, is Buffalo the best chance we have at knocking out the Patriots? And I'd rather see the Bills succeed than the Patriots succeed.
Maybe we can get that game first, the Patriots game first, and they could already be out, and then we can be 100% on Team Duval when that game kicks off.
Oh, Gary.
Brady just hit like a 65-yard field goal.
They did. They made it. They're now up 14-12 with 8 seconds left.
It's like hitting a golf ball in Nevada. The ball.
All the Dolphins needed to move into a top 10 pick was the Raiders or the Browns to lose today. Arguably two of the only 3 franchises that are worse than the Dolphins. Sorry about your Jets, Tim. And of course, they both win on last-second field goals.
The Jets get to move up to number 2.
Oh, God.
So now if Moore comes out as people expect, like we won't have to trade up for a quarterback now.
Yeah, Moore's good now. Did you know that, Garion? Because he might go to the Jets. He's like the guy in
I was
college
doing
you want.
some Simpson deep diving. Then he got hurt in the Rose Bowl. That didn't help.
Let's talk Jets. I got some Jets notes here. This is the last time we're going to be talking about the Jets all year.
I'm sure we won't bring them up again anytime soon.
Well, a spoiler alert for the people watching right now. I do have the intern working on a new show for 2026, which is a compilation of you starting last January through the end of the year every time you talk about the Jets. It's like 2 hours long.
Sounds like an unpleasant listen that no one would want to see.
It starts off up here. Actually, it starts down low. Then the draft happens. Then it gets really high. And then this week, to quote you, does a pick count on a 2-point conversion? Can we count that?
I would have taken that.
The Jets, graphic of the day from the Jets game, Garion. Not only did they become the first team ever to not record an interception in a season, a record that will not be broken, they have the fewest takeaways ever in an NFL season by 3. They only had 4 all year long. The next closest was 7.
It says something that I saw the fumble recovery early on in that game, and my heart leapt for a moment, just as like, oh, that's nice. Like, I'm glad they finally got a turnover, because yeah, that was at that point. Yeah, they're 4th. That's incredible.
Still not the
I don't
worst
know.
stat of the day.
I work with a Jets fan, and
Is it Cust?
no. But a lot of the same sensibilities. It's very funny. He writes like our picks, like just like a straight up picks prediction article every week that I have to edit. And he always finds a way to pick the Jets somehow. And
So he has no money left.
yeah, he's got no money left. It's just, again, I've talked about this before, but I find Dolphins fans to be very like resigned to our fate, where every Jets fan I know is just always so goddamn optimistic about the Jets. I just don't understand how you keep taking in all this pain and all this information clearly telling you your franchise is cursed. And just every year you're like, nah, but this is the year. And I'm sure we'll get back there.
The
I'm
worst.
sure Dante Moore will. Quarterbacks don't usually do these kinds of things, but maybe we'll find footage of him, jumping out of a pool or pulling a Jeep with his teeth. And Tim will get so excited, and suddenly they'll be 13-3 again.
It's funny you speak of jumping out of a pool. Would you like to?
No. The worst stat of the day, Jets wise,
You really
was that-
pivoted from that quickly, didn't you?
was the fact that with Garrett being their leader in reception yards, under 400, they are the first time in NFL history for a season that's at least 16 games or longer to not have a pass catcher exceed 400 yards.
Oh my God.
Washington won, by the way, so Chicago's the 2 seed.
And like the fact that they don't have the first pick after all of this is really quite something.
And
but you know what?
Their crowning achievement is keeping Atlanta out of the playoffs by beating them.
Who shouldn't be? It's so annoying.
If
Atlanta
you lose
clearly
to the Jets during the year, you're disqualified from being in the playoffs.
Atlanta really should be in the playoffs. They all tied 8-9. They should just be allowed to take Atlanta.
Yeah, they got really good the moment they were mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
Look, they did great service to me on Monday night, beating the Rams, and kept the Rams. Now the Rams are off to go play Carolina, I guess.
Yeah, they did a great service to me, Garion. 8-1 preseason Carolina division winner is a champion.
I think the lesson here is just always bet the 2 longest odds in the NFC South every single season, blindly.
What was my strategy?
Why not?
That.
Yeah, well, and it literally paid dividends for you. So I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, and I thought I needed New Orleans to win because I had it backwards in my head. So it just worked out. And New Orleans covered the game. It's fantastic news. There's some other Jets notes I have here. They had a penalty for too many men on the field on offense, which is not something you normally see.
No, because the quarterback's not supposed to go in the huddle until there's 12, until he notices there's only 10 guys there.
Isaiah Williams was named team MVP.
Yeah, he was. They mentioned that on the broadcast because we listened to the broadcast.
So we listened to the broadcast the entire time. And with about 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they started signing off. They were like, it's been great knowing you. They started thinking like cameraman for a great season. They're like, oh no, we have another 40 minutes in this stupid thing.
Just so this isn't just like completely piling onto Tim. I
Go
did
ahead.
have a moment today where, again, like I can't even talk about how little I've thought about this Dolphins Patriots game this week. I was like, I'll watch it. Fine. We'll see what happens. But when the broadcast started and it was Joe Davis and Greg Olson, I was almost like jump scared by getting to watch a Dolphins game where like there was a good commentating team.
We saw like two.
I just got so used to like Andrew Catalan.
There,
Jay Feely, who I think is running for Congress in Arizona.
Jake Seeley is running for Congress in Arizona.
Yeah, Jake Seeley is running for Congress in Arizona.
Good for him. Shout out to people, political aspirations on this show. They're going from the PME straight to the White House. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
We'll see. We scanned the board at like during the 4 o'clock games, and there was like 3 people we didn't recognize.
Yeah, who were doing commentaries like, I don't know those people. But I guess when you have to empty out the roster because you have 16 games and everybody has to call a game, that happens.
So Houston gets the 5 seed. They play the winner of the Sunday Night Football game tonight. That came down to the wire. I still don't understand how Alec Pierce was ejected from that game. It made no sense to me. And then he like
We
had
forgot another Jets moment.
Oh, what's another Jets moment?
So there's at the end of the first half, there's 29 seconds left on the clock, and the Jets have 2 timeouts, and the Bills have the ball. The Bills run the ball. The Jets call timeout for no reason. They only have 1 timeout after that. They're not going to be able to get the ball back. And then the Bills then take a knee, and they hand over to Aaron Glenn to see if he'll call another one, and he doesn't. It's like, they're like, well, he says a rookie coach, they're still trying to figure out, the ins and outs of game calling. It was like, he has to be fired. I know he's not going to get fired, but he has to get fired. Great, so we're going to fire him next year. Like, just fire him.
So
Don't let anything bad happen to Dante Moore. Like, give him a real good head coach.
We're just in. Are you at the point now where you'd be upset if, like, in the evaluation process, Dante Moore somehow passes Mendoza?
No,
Or you would just talk yourself into Mendoza?
I can talk myself into
you
any
called him a one-read merchant as of 20 minutes ago.
I'm ready for any number of I will say, on a day of very few bright spots, the New York Giants are my bright spot. Thank you, New York Giants. That win is a great help to the Jets to move them into number 2. Now, we don't have to expend any draft capital for a quarterback if we like one of the top 2 guys, because the Raiders are never trading away that pick. So it worked out.
We'll circle back to the AFC in a second. Black Monday's coming.
Yeah.
So who do we think is on this list?
Pete Carroll.
But Pete just got to win.
Carroll and Stefanski are kind of the shoo-ins, if you believe Shefty.
Well, how long do you think that Stefanski stays unemployed? I give it a week. I think
because of the amount of process it takes.
They can, as you said, Antonio Pierce is up for every job.
They're getting
Rooney ruled out of the way early.
I can't believe Antonio Pierce is being interviewed for jobs, apparently.
Stefanski becomes, in my mind, by far the best coaching candidate on the market.
Why not fire Aaron Glenn and take Stefanski? Like, what are we doing here?
And he has experience with terrible quarterbacks.
Yes, he does.
Although Shedur's drive at the end of the game.
But those 2 are gone. Bowles should be gone, but I don't know whether they'll let him go.
Bowles? Do you think Gannon is gone?
I do think he is gone. I think there's a decent chance that Raheem Morris is gone.
2 years for Gannon, or it's been 2 years for Gannon.
2 or 3 now.
I think it might be 3, Gary.
He and Steichen won at the same time from the Eagles.
I think Morris, if I were the Falcons, I'd let him go. Look, Stefanski going to Atlanta would be a fantastic coup. Those are the main 4 I can think of. Like, I think there's a pretty reasonable chance they'll be let go.
This guy says, I was hoping that the playoff schedule will be discussing. Perhaps I was lied to. That's at the end.
We will do that at the end.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of the chat. Stop watching. Fuck off.
Go away.
The show follows the same formula every single week here.
Yeah. We will spend an inordinate amount of time predicting games that we will be told in about an hour and a half time when they'll be played. We are going to do that for you. Don't worry.
I have a
no
whole
fear.
spreadsheet.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time last night, like game planning where I thought the games would be.
I found it tougher this year than most years, if I'm being honest.
Yes, for some games I felt were like clearly locked in, and others I was like, I don't know where you're going to put this game.
So we'll throw Aaron Glenn on the short list of coaches who could be fired.
Don't think he's going to go.
You think Kafka keeps his job with the Giants after their big win today?
No, I do not.
Does Mike McDaniel keep his job?
Well, what do you think, Gary?
Honestly, I'm pretty 50-50 on this. Because I could definitely just see them.
Thanks, John Kerry.
Like if you're already thinking you're going into next
you
season with Quinn Ewers, I don't know, just keep McDaniel around, be bad next season, and then like one fell swoop, get him out when you bring in the new quarterback. I don't know. Like, who cares?
I don't know if Raheem Morris is going to get fired.
I don't know what he's done to deserve keeping his job.
If there just might not be anyone to replace him. Like, but where's Atlanta on the pecking order here?
I think they would be, for an offensive coach, I think they'd be in a very attractive team to come to.
If Baltimore loses, does Harbaugh get fired?
Yeah, and I think he could get fired even if they win and then they get routed by the Texans next week.
That's who you want as your Jets coach right there.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'd love to have John Harbaugh. Are you kidding me? In a heartbeat. I would take Mike Tomlin, too, if he were to agree, he and the Steelers were to agree to end their time together. I would take him in a heartbeat. Competency. All I want is competency at this point.
Aaron Glenn said that they needed to tackle better.
Oh, yeah, they
and
played
then the commentators, after the first play of the second half, the Bills tackled someone in the backfield. I think it was Khalil Herbert. Throwback on Khalil Herbert playing in this game. And they're like, yeah, the Bills are showing you how to tackle. The Bills were trying to help the Jets today.
It's okay, Tim. I had a moment. The first play of the Dolphins-Patriots game, Ramondre Stevenson was like hit behind the line of scrimmage. And then he was able to muster, I think, that into a 9-yard gain. And that was right before then he took off for like 55 yards on his next carry. And I had really visceral flashbacks to like the first series Alabama had against Notre Dame in the national championship.
Yeah.
It was just like, these two teams are playing different sports.
Thanks. Another lovely memory. Thank you. Thank you, Garion.
I want you to just embrace our football fate, buddy.
I have. It's
I don't
awful.
know if you have.
But like next year starts tomorrow.
Oh boy.
We'll talk about all these teams we do the playoff predictions, the ones that are in the playoffs. Any non-playoff teams you would like to give a special shout out to? I would like to give a special shout out to the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
Fun team.
Was a fun team.
Very watchable team. The final 2 months
I was
of the
watching that 1 p.m. slate and I'm like, I know the game meant something. I know it was going to decide the NFC South, but I was like, I wish this game, not only because the teams are way more entertaining than the two we saw play yesterday, but that's the kind of game this 1 p.m. slate needed. Just like a game where a winner made the playoffs.
Yeah.
And those two teams were fun. And I liked watching that game, but it was just like, again, the fact that was the best, most interesting game of the day, and neither of the teams playing in it were going to go anywhere because of it. Like, what a bloody football.
Does Dart win an offensive rookie of the year now?
I don't think so.
Who's the offensive rookie of the year? Tet McMillan?
I would vote Tet.
Why?
He's had a better season. I think Shucks had a better season.
I think Shuck has had a better season too, but I think that Dart's won more games, I think.
Yeah.
Has he? Like they've won 4 games
I
as
guess
a team.
maybe not. Yeah.
He's also like, I feel like Dart just had more of a moment. And that's probably because he's like a quarterback of a New York team. But there was just, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot more ink on Jackson Dart this year. A lot more notoriety. I think he's the clear pick. I think generally speaking, you just lean towards a quarterback in these markets.
It's funny because I feel the same way. The odds do not agree. Shout out coolbet.com. If you're in Canada, outside of Ontario, use Coolbet and hit the description. Get yourself a bonus. Ted McMillan's a 10-1 favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we've seen this happen before.
We have.
When Damar Hamlin was minus 5,000 favorite.
A different market.
And did not win. Who is the comeback player of the year? It's McCaffrey minus 750. Rivers got taken off the board, unfortunately.
Well, didn't they almost come up with like the anti-Flacco Rivers rule? Or was that just a suggestion?
I don't know. Well,
I thought they were trying to like they sent out like if maybe my mind is just cooked. I feel like at some point in the last 2 years, they sent out like a memo to teams, sort of like reminding them, or media, reminding them like what exactly the stipulations for these awards are and how the voting process should sort of take place. I don't know.
With today's games, you get a vote. You're in the PFWA, and you get to vote for MVP. Who's your vote?
Matt Stafford. He's had a better season statistically. He's like 12 more touchdowns. He's got more yards.
Does he have more yards when you factor in rushing?
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
Because today's games flipped it back. Stafford's now the betting favorite.
I would vote for Stafford. I think he's had a better season.
It's kind of hard to not vote for the guy who leads the league in touchdowns and passing yards.
I asked you guys on another thread earlier, like I don't think this will happen, but given how close the vote is, a co-MVP is a real possibility. We've had it before, not that long ago, like
2004?
2003, I think.
McNair Manning.
So it doesn't happen very often, obviously. The votes have to land exactly tied, but given how close and contentious it is, maybe that's what'll happen, and I think that actually would be the most just outcome.
Who do you think the next 4 guys on the board are? It starts at 150 to 1, so they have no chance. But who would be the next 4 names in the odds?
McCaffrey?
No.
Bo Nix.
No.
Oh, wow.
Caleb
Darnold?
Williams?
Caleb Williams, Darnold are 2. Josh Allen, his odds went up after not playing today.
Oh, there you go.
So he's like the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah. And Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's going to be fun when Miami wins the national championship.
Yeah.
I'm really cheering for Mississippi, but it would be funny if it was.
Although this is why you should have jumped ship like I did 2 weeks ago when you stopped complaining about Miami and start complaining about Alabama.
I
That
had
was the right direction.
I had a lot of fun seeing all the anti-Alabama stuff this week. Believe me, I was having a lot of fun.
Can we shout out 2 things in the early window that were, just because today was so goofy, that were actually kind of fun? First thing was obviously that Texans defensive tackle scoring a touchdown on the last play of the game after he had not accepted a handoff at the goal line where they were clearly trying to get him a touchdown earlier in the game. Second thing, and I'm glad somebody pointed this out in the broadcast later, or maybe I saw a tweet about it. I don't know. But on one of the Browns touchdowns, defensive touchdowns, like the corner is running. It's him, it's Chase Brown, and it's Myles Garrett. And he is clearly telling Myles Garrett, please block Chase Brown. He's faster than me. He's going to tackle me. And Myles Garrett wants no part of blocking this guy.
Was that the touchdown where he was celebrating at like the 30 and nearly got caught and just managed to get into the end zone?
No, I think that was the first one. So the second one, it was like an 80-yard interception or whatever it was. But you can clearly see him turn his head and tell Myles Garrett, block Chase Brown. And Myles Garrett's just like, nah, I'm good.
It was like Darnold 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's like,
he went to go throw. He's like,
not so much.
Let's not get
Unless
hurt.
it involves me getting a sack today, I do not care.
He got it.
Did.
And there's already the backlash to, well, it doesn't count. It's 17 games. He did it in 130 fewer snaps than Michael Strahan did. I think that evens it out.
Yeah, that closes. There's no juggling on that. That closes the book.
He actually tied him with Reggie White for most sacks per snap.
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
From like the late 80s, I think, is what it was. How did your boy Riley Leonard do today? Didn't look bad.
Riley Leonard looked okay. Notre Dame showed up a little bit.
Shocked.
What?
I was shocked. At no point in watching him 2 years ago was I ever like, this guy's an NFL quarterback.
No, but you know
it was very funny though. The first play of the game, he threw a ball for a touchdown farther than twice as far as Phillip Rivers could have ever thrown a ball the last 3 weeks.
True. Maybe they could have stuck with him. Maybe they could have won a couple of games. Maybe they could have been in the playoffs. But
this is an interesting question from the chat. They ask, if Miami wins the national title, do you count that as a national championship for Notre Dame, or is it that they came second?
I don't.
Garion?
No, I mean, I'm not a crazy Notre Dame fan.
You're just a Notre Dame fan?
I'm just a Notre Dame fan saying they were better than Alabama.
So Cust was trying to explain something to us earlier in the day, and he got it very confused. But he finally figured it out. Can you explain to Garion what you mean?
About what exactly?
About the trucks and being powered.
Oh, yeah. Well,
fire trucks.
This is a longer dialogue about like me wanting like roads to be heated. But if we can't have roads like with heaters in them, if we had like trucks that like shot out flames that could like melt the ice.
A flame truck.
Yeah, like a flame truck, and that it could be powered by AI. like you know how like things are like this or that or the other powered by AI.
I don't know what's more
you could
concerning
power
to
this
me.
by AI.
that you think it's
You didn't
in
explain
any
it.
way feasible to heat every street.
Not every street, just
Or
like the main
if
artery.
you want to build a truck that shoots flamethrowers and then give AI the responsibility.
No,
of controlling those trucks.
Powered by it.
No, the trucks are powered by AI, you see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the Sunday Night Football broadcast.
Yeah, like they use it to fuel whatever it is that they're using. Yeah. What? You set me up. You set me up. We talked about this in the house, and I explained this to you, and you said, "Oh, this makes a lot more sense. Thank you." You set me up. But yeah, the trucks would be like powered by the fuel of AI.
Okay.
The
Elon.
energy that they use, that they like. Yeah, they'd be powered by them.
Look, you don't have to figure out. You don't have
Stop
to know how
laughing
to
at
do
me.
this stuff. Tim's
No,
just an ideas guy.
I don't know how you like. I don't know how you capture sun rays and turn that into solar power. I know that's done. I don't know how it's done.
AI.
But you capture like the power of AI and like you use it to heat the truck or like fuel the engine or whatever. Just like various things are this or that is powered by AI. You power the truck by AI.
This is like the backstory.
See, again,
for
it
that
frustrates
video
me
game
that now I'm
Twisted Metal.
frustrated because we talked about this in the house. And you made this whole thing about how this makes a lot more sense. Thank you for explaining. And this was all a bait and switch.
Oh god.
The chat is.
But you know what I mean, right? It says powered by AI. So like it's using it as like a fuel source.
Can we not just gloss over the fact though that at first he said he wanted fire trucks to be doing this? As if fire trucks aren't responsible for putting out fires.
No, it's not a fire truck.
creating fires.
It's not a It's not a fire
It's a different
truck.
type of fire truck.
It's a truck that actually like has flames that shoots fire, like a flame truck.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that thing. I'm
No,
sorry
but
when you said
Garion.
fire truck, I assumed it was the other thing.
It seems like you're not understanding though. They're powered by AI. So like
Infinite energy.
You know what I see? This is so cruel. This is so cruel. All right.
Also, Cus told us earlier about how jumping is more done with your upper body than your lower body.
No, it's not what I said. What I said was, if you're like in a pool, and you're jumping out of the pool, your upper body plays a very important role in like getting the momentum necessary with your core to jump out of the pool.
Yeah. Cut's upper party is a big part of it because he's holding on to the outer side of the pool and pulling himself up.
No, but like the people who like you see that like before the combine, like the guys who are like in the shallow end of the pool and they hop out. Their arms and core play a huge role in that.
Not more than their legs.
I didn't say more than.
You
I just
did
said
though. That is what you said.
It plays
Also,
a really
grouping
important role.
together arms and core.
Yeah, like you're using your core and your arms.
Yeah,
as,
you're
like-
no. You're using your core. You're not using your.
You're using your arms for momentum as well. Of course you
Like,
are.
how do you eat an apple? Well, I use my feet and my teeth. Okay, just gonna group those two things together. Cool. Yeah, I guess you're not wrong.
He was telling us how impressive it would be if he could jump. He could do like the jump out of the pool.
It would be impressive. if
No
I
one
could-
disagrees with
impressive.
you.
I don't think I can do it, not without years of practice, but I think it would be impressive if a person could do it.
I'd be impressed if you could do a cartwheel.
Thank
We
you.
all want to see things.
He gave us a demonstration of why you can jump higher using your arms earlier too. Can you give us that demonstration again?
No, I'm not going to do that, but you just go up like that.
The first time he did it, he jumped like this far off the ground with an effort, just using his legs, no arm swing. Then he just goes, whoa, and he got like that far off the ground. But it was like 10 times as much. So therefore, arms, the biggest factor.
Not
in
the
jumping.
biggest, but a crucial factor.
20% is what you said.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
20%.
It's about like that's like 20% of your upper body.
It's definitely not, but that's what you
It
said.
definitely probably is.
What if it was powered by AI?
You know what I mean. Why is stuff saying it's powered by it if it's not powered by it? That doesn't make any sense. Like that's what the word power means.
Like, do you think that when they say that this broadcast is powered by AI,
They're like-
you think like the lights in the stadium are powered
No,
by
like
AI?
the fuel or the energy that goes in to feed the AI? They like
No!
push it off from the AI onto the thing. That's how they power it. Because AI uses a tremendous amount of power. It's well known that you have to have massive power stations in order to fuel AI.
Yeah, and it doesn't create any power. That's why it's the dumbest thing on the planet.
Power it with that.
Garion,
people say.
Garion, you just power it, man. Just
power it.
power the trucks.
Power it up.
Seriously.
Get some extra AI on the go. If you want your flames to be hotter, your broadcast to be better.
let's add a little AI.
You know what? You turn the AI up to 11, and then it works a lot better.
All right. Fine.
Oh, God.
We're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. We have even more in store. This wasn't even planned. We actually have a planned part of this show too. So please stay tuned. All right, people. It's that time of year again. The Mayo Cup is officially open. That's right. Your yearly reminder that you could win life-changing money if you stop making coward picks and actually commit to greatness. Let's talk stakes, because the Mayo Cup, not messing around. $110,000 to first place. 110,000 actual real dollars. And with your $250 entry, you're playing for a prize pool of $1.2 million. That's 7 figures of pure, delicious fantasy golf sweat. And this season, the Mayo Cup is fully available in the FanBall app. Week-to-week picks, leaderboard sweats, berating yourself for fading the guy who wins by 6. You can do it all right from your phone. So head to the FanBall app, search for the Mayo Cup, and get yourself entered. 1.2 million in prizes, 110,000 to the winner, just $250 to play. This is the year, unless you blow it again. But hey, you might not. Sign up now. The contest tees off January 15th. I gotta tell you about pre-alcohol, my secret weapon before a night out. I used to choose a great night or a great next day. Now, I get both with ZBiotics. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic made by PhD scientists to fight rough mornings. Alcohol creates a toxic byproduct in your gut, not dehydration, that ruins the next day. Pre-alcohol makes an enzyme to break it down. Drink it first, drink it responsibly, and wake up still feeling fresh. I was skeptical, but the first time that I tried it, rooftop, with my pals, drank it before my first cocktail, next morning, felt amazing, ready to crush the day. Go to zbiotics.com/PatMayo to learn more and get 15% off your first order when you use Pat Mayo at checkout. ZBiotic is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, head to zbiotics.com/PatMayo and use the code PatMayo at checkout for 15% off. Welcome back to the Pat Mayo Experience, powered by AI. Cust was furious during the ad break, by the way. Pointing at people behind the camera. You knew about this, didn't you? In which he said yes. So tonight's Cust Eats is a little bit different because Cust has made a wager. So we have chicken wings for Cust. No sauce. But there is death sauce right here. And the bet is that Cust can juggle if he had regulation balls, which we have procured for Tim. So let's see if he can do it this time, unlike last week. Ready? You have the coordination to catch these?
I will catch them.
Should we set up a ground rule of what we consider juggling?
Well,
to
no,
be?
that's Jared is the arbiter of truth here.
Okay.
You're just
Done yet.
you're don't fall out of the seat there, guy. I think. Whoa.
Switch to one ball juggling.
Oh, you almost got two. You almost did two. Oh.
The fact you haven't given up yet is admirable.
Whoa. Oh, you almost had. Okay, you didn't do it.
Nope.
I think that's close.
I don't think. We'll take a vote. Did people think that was close? Yeah, you start a poll in the chat to see how it went. So we have got you this book right here. It's called Juggling for the Complete Klutz. So you can take that out. It's a parting gift for you.
Thank you.
So here are some napkins or some serviettes.
I only have to eat one of the spicy ones.
I will dip it for you.
That's fine. That's fair.
And that's the one that you eat first.
That's fair.
Then you can have the rest of them. I would open. Oh, you got another one there.
I might need to.
You might need to, because nothing quenches the thirst.
Tim, had you ever juggled before?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah. Are you like positive? Like with people around?
Is this like when you told us that you were good at Madden?
I am.
You're not.
Oh, there are a few things in my life I am a few things in my life I'd be more sure of than you're bad at Madden.
He's so bad. He punts.
All right, here we go.
Whole thing. How's it going? It's gone. He did it quick. Do you find it hot or not? If this was hotornot.com in 2002, what would you rate it?
Where did we get this hot sauce from?
I got it from, I went to St. Louis earlier and I asked them for their hottest sauce. So I told them what we were doing and they gave it to me for free.
Oh, amazing.
Hey, who's not scoring the first touchdown tonight?
Little jazz hands.
Oh my gosh, this is spicy. Oh,
Don't touch your eyes. Don't touch your eyes.
Mark Andrews.
Now I want to see Tim on Hot Ones. Pat was always like, I just want to get Tim famous enough that people know who he is. Now we have to get him famous enough where he goes on Hot Ones.
Oh boy.
Eat another wing.
Yeah,
That'll help.
have some more wings. You doing okay there?
My mouth is on fire.
It's not that hot. Here, pass me a wing. I'll have a wing. I'll have some of your sauce. I'll have some of your sauce.
Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Woo!
These napkins as well. Let's see. Let's see how hot this is.
Some are saying that hot sauce is so hot because it's powered by AI.
Is that the type of hotness you need to melt the ice on the roads?
That would
Is the question.
That would melt Antarctica.
That I don't know about.
Woo!
Oh, your Ric Flair impression is getting so good.
Yes. For everyone out there, Custy's voting opens in 2 days. And we have a special show coming on Tuesday morning as well, which we're filming after this. I want to get it all over me. That's all right. What are you staring me down there for?
Because it comes.
It comes? Does it? It's not that bad, man. It's like regular suicide sauce. Are you going to be able to do the rest of the show?
I am. That's how tough I am.
Do you think you could juggle now?
Oh.
No, don't do it with so much stuff on the desk and equipment around.
Powered by AI. This changes everything. Oh no.
So no is the answer to that question. All right. We ready to pick some schedules?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Do we want to? Are we going just write down in chronological order, or
Why don't you
do we
give the
wanna start
games
with the ones we
first?
feel most confident about?
Okay, so the games that we know of right now is going to be, I'll even write them down so I have a better reference point. We have the Rams at Carolina, San Francisco at Philly. What else do we have?
Packers at Bears.
Packers at Bears. And then Houston at Sunday Night Football winner.
Chargers, Patriots.
Chargers, Patriots, and Bills, Jags. That's a fun, that might actually be, my pen fucking ran out of ink. Jacksonville at New England. All right, so what's the stupid early game? Is it Rams, Carolina? Or do they not want to disrespect the Rams like that?
So here's the thing that's interesting about this is I do think at first glance, this is obviously should be the 4 p.m. game on Saturday. However, because of the lack of like star power AFC quarterbacks that we usually have that we now don't have, I do wonder if they just put the Rams in Stafford in prime time at some, even if it's on Saturday,
So
just to be like, this is probably still like one of the more marketable teams we have. But if I had to vote, I think it's the 4 p.m. game.
The rules of the Monday night game means it has to be a 4-5, right?
Yeah. And I think we can pretty certainly, given the fact that Tampa and Carolina were on ESPN on Saturday, that the 4-5 game will be Texans Ravens or Texans Steelers on Monday Night Football. I feel pretty confident in that.
That would mean that the other two AFC games will be on Sunday.
Well,
because they don't create the two. We've never seen them create a 2-day advantage for anyone.
No, that's true.
So it all hinges on what we think happens in that Monday night game. I think that regardless, if you have the Steelers in there or if you have Lamar in there, that's the game.
I think so too.
Although
if that's the case, that means the Eagles game, that means Bears Packers will either be the Saturday night game or the Sunday night game.
I would predict. So when I thought about this, I put that on Sunday Night Football.
Now, is there still the Fox gets the NFC? Is that
Fox gets 2 games this year in the rotation, but one has to be an NFC game. And then CBS, Amazon, ESPN, and NBC all get the other game.
So when are the 2 Fox games?
Not determined.
Okay.
Not determined. The same with Amazon. We don't know when their game will necessarily be. The only thing we know is that NBC gets the Sunday nighter. Pardon me, and ESPN gets the Monday nighter. Whew, I'm still feeling it.
Really? Wow.
My lips are tingling.
They're a bit tingly over there.
So it then feels like if I would agree with Tim, like I'm very confident Packers Bears is the Sunday Night Football game.
Okay, so that means San Francisco Philly ends up being
Saturday,
America's game of the week. Well, I think that's America's game of the week for Fox.
Yeah, but we need the 2 AFC games on Saturday or on Sunday. Sorry, if we're gonna pick Houston and Pittsburgh,
and that would
Baltimore.
also make sense in the sense that San Francisco at least played on Saturday this week. Therefore, meaning only one of the. I mean, I guess you're giving San Francisco an advantage in that case, but you're only instead of penalizing 2 teams, you're only penalizing 1.
That makes sense.
One of them is going to be playing a team that came off bye too, right? So
the Patriots seem like a lock for the early game Sunday.
I predict, so I had written Chargers Patriots in for CBS to have the game at 2:00 on Sunday. Sorry.
So that would leave Buffalo at Jacksonville as the middle. Like that's not a great game though.
I was going to say Buffalo Jacksonville strikes me more as the early game on Sunday.
Yeah, but so does Chargers New England, doesn't it?
I know this is the sort of problem I ran into.
Could they?
I think. Well, you know what? Maybe they just lean with, hey, Josh Allen is the most marketable of these quarterbacks.
The other way to go, and maybe they'll make it easier for us.
What if we put Rams Carolina Monday night?
What if we put
because that makes more sense with the schedule, especially with Fox having 2 games.
If we put Rams Carolina, there, then we could go.
It's Chargers New England is the shit game.
Bills Jags.
I don't think so, man. I don't think they put
2 smallest markets.
Maybe, but you don't put the 2 potentially most visible quarterbacks.
Okay.
I don't know. Like what was the Monday night game last year?
Tampa's had the Monday night slot for ages.
Okay. So I was gonna say it seems odd to me to sort of give Carolina that platform, but I guess it has to be.
Well, if you said the Bills and Jags are such big quarterbacks and they're such big draw, then they can be the America's game of the week.
I think that Fox would want an NFC game, right?
Well, Fox doesn't have to have Fox can have 2 games on Saturday. Or Fox can have the Saturday and they don't have to take 2 NFC games.
Yeah, but the way that it breaks down is that they'll get first pick, right?
Yeah, and they'll almost certainly take Eagles 49ers.
Or
they'll take Bears Packers. Bears Packers is like the best game to get on this.
Those are the 2 best games to choose from. So they're gonna take one of them.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
So if that's the case, then that probably I don't know how the draft works, but that might end up working out to be Rams Carolina on Monday night because of that, because they want that for America's game of the week.
Yeah, that's true.
But if we start Rams Carolina on Saturday and we give that to Amazon, and then we give Fox the Saturday night game, then we go CBS, Fox, NBC. Now I know that you would have a bit of a gap between the AFC teams, but then if you're having, I don't think who would play who. The 4 seed, 5 seed winner is likely to play the team on bye anyway.
I think we might see 3 AFC games and 3
And they
NFC
can also,
games.
if there's disadvantage, they can make sure those games are on Sunday next week. So the team that wins on Monday is going to play on Sunday. We know that for a fact.
Yes.
So at least we're going to have 1 AFC game on the Sunday. So okay. So here's the schedule in my mind. and like show me where the hole is. Rams, Panthers, Saturday afternoon. Jags, Bills, Saturday night. Patriots, Chargers, Sunday early. 49ers, Eagles, America's Game of the Week. Bears, Packers, Sunday Night Football. Ravens, Texans, Steelers, Texans, Monday Night Football.
I think if you're going to go with that schedule, you have to flip the Carolina and Houston, because then you have all the NFC teams on Sunday, and then you don't create the 2-game advantage.
Okay.
For the Bills, because the Bills would get extra rest, or the Jags would get extra rest in your scenario, because they would play on Saturday night.
Yes.
And I don't think that they want to do that.
But then they could very well play a bye team. They could play
They
the
could.
Broncos, and there's no worry about a rest.
Well, not if the Jags win.
If the Jags win as the 3 seed,
They can't play,
can't play the
and
bye.
then they just get an extra potential 2 days of rest.
Then maybe the play is to put Patriots and Jags on the Saturday.
Now we're back.
The Patriots Chargers on the
Because
Saturday.
you talk about the two smallest fan
Because
bases.
if the Patriots win, we know they won't. We know they'll host. So if the Chargers win, we know they will go to Denver, and we don't care about the extra day of rest because they're coming off.
So
bye.
is the late game on Saturday the Fox game?
Not necessarily, but I think it will be.
Because you could lead with Houston and Baltimore, or you can make that the Saturday
I think
night game.
that's an underrated place to start. Is why don't we try this starting with Houston against?
Okay.
Because again, like Houston and the Chargers are sort of the kings of the Saturday.
So let's do 2 AFC games, a Sunday of NFC games, and then
No, that won't work. Won't be a Sunday of NFC games. You have to have one more AFC game on the Sunday if the Monday night game is going to be an NFC game. So the way that we can do this is lead with Houston at Sunday Night Football winner.
Yeah.
I think Chargers New England would be the first game, honestly. Because you talk about small markets, it has the Chargers in it. Although it's on paper, big market.
yeah,
And it's probably the biggest spread of the week outside of Rams and Panthers, would be
Yeah.
my guess, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
So let's start with Chargers. And you don't force the Chargers to have to play at 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So they
That's
get a
true,
bit.
too.
So Chargers at New England, followed by Bills at Jags.
Yes.
Or would they then take Houston? Like, what's a better game for a network? Houston at Pittsburgh, Houston at Baltimore, or Buffalo at Jacksonville?
I think it depends if the Steelers get in, because they're almost, Steelers are sort of like the Cowboys at this point. They will put any Steelers or Cowboys game in primetime if they can. It's just so I think if the Steelers win Sunday Night Football, I could definitely see Houston against the Steelers as the Saturday night game.
And then we go Philly. Do you think they would make Philly San Fran? Or if Fox gets to pick first, what's the biggest game?
I think Brady and
KB.
Burkhardt and Brady, who they just called Bears Packers 2 weeks ago. I think they're going to give them Niners Eagles. That to me is the biggest market game. You got the 49ers, you have the Eagles. That's to me, that's the 5 o'clock game on Sunday. That's your
makes
middle Sunday. That's
That does
Fox
make
is
sense.
getting that, and they're going to eat there.
Okay, so that would make.
And I really think Bears Packers, because they
Sunday
want
night
that on prime time, that's Sunday Night
Yeah.
Football. So we have those 2 NFC games slotted. The question is now, where do you want to put that third NFC game?
It's
You want to
Monday
put it
night.
on Monday?
It
And then you go
in our
AFC,
scenario,
AFC,
it has
AFC,
to be.
NFC, NFC,
In
NFC.
our scenario, it has to be on
So
Monday.
let's do it that way then.
All right.
Let's slot Carolina and Los Angeles in on Monday night.
Okay, so we have Chargers at New England to kick things off
That'll
on
be
Wild Card
that'll be the
weekend.
Saturday 5 o'clock game. Yeah.
Followed by Houston at Pittsburgh. I do think if it's Houston at Baltimore, it's different.
I still think
rich.
they want to
Yeah.
give Amazon a good game.
I think
So-
they.
Although Bills Jaguars feels like the most Sunday 1 p.m. game.
I agree.
It does, although I think if it is Baltimore, they'll flip Baltimore with Buffalo.
I agree.
Like Buffalo at Jacksonville will be the Saturday night game.
Okay.
And they'll move Houston, Baltimore. But if it's Houston, Pittsburgh, it will be the Saturday
Okay.
evening game. Then we go Buffalo, Jacksonville, San Francisco at Philly, Green Bay at Chicago for Sunday night football, then Rams, Carolina, Monday night
So
football.
state it again, because I think I agree with where we are here.
So it starts with Chargers, New England.
Okay.
Then it goes to Houston at Pittsburgh.
Okay.
If
So
it's
I think
not
that-
Houston at Pittsburgh, it's Buffalo at Jacksonville.
Yes.
And then on Sunday, it's Houston at Baltimore or Buffalo at Jacksonville.
Which I think is the likeliest.
Then you go San Francisco at Philly, Green Bay at Chicago. Then Monday night, Rams at Carolina.
I like it. Now, Fox,
Final answer.
Fox gets 2 games, so they'll get the AFC game early. They'll cover the Patriots, Chargers, and then they'll get the 49ers and Eagles.
Or if it's Houston at Baltimore, they might go back-to-back games to kick off Sunday.
I think they'll
They
give.
ha-
I
they-
think if they can give Amazon Saturday night, they will give Amazon Saturday night. So I think they will give them Bills, Jags on prime time. They'll give them Texans, Steelers, or Texans, Ravens on Amazon Saturday night.
It's just whoever plays in that Monday game, whatever conference that is, the other 2 games will be on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree with the schedule we have.
I think this makes the most sense.
I agree.
We did it.
The first 3 AFC games, then 3 NFC games. It seems weird, but I think that's logically, strategically, fairly the best way to do it.
Okay. Smash a like if you're here, by the way.
Guy in the chat says last year went 3 straight AFC.
Yeah.
2 on Saturday. 1 on
Which is
Sunday.
what we have right now, too.
But the year before was AFC, NFC, NFC, AFC, NFC.
But in that case, if it went AFC, AFC, NFC, NFC, AFC, NFC, there's still not a day gap between the games.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's not because the NFC was still Monday night and both those NFC teams played on Sunday.
And how accurate are these predictions? Year by year.
We vary.
When one is wrong, it fucks up the entire thing.
That's the problem.
Well, we also, I think the last couple of years, we didn't do this as a group either. I think we made our own predictions.
And then just went with consensus rather than
Yeah.
talking it out together.
I
So
think it was easier to talk through together.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm happy with this 3 AFC, 3 NFC slate, and I'm happy with the way we've set it up.
Someone in the chat says, who should the Jets play in the imaginary playoffs or the hypothetical playoffs?
The Dolphins, best of 7.
Well, it's already 2-0 Dolphins. Or is it a brand new 7?
No, we can start down 2 now.
I was gonna say if we're gonna go down this path, I think the Dolphins have won the last 9.
Well, whatever the last time I remember us beating. No, we beat you guys last year on week 18.
Oh, right. Okay, you know what the stat is that Tua will retire a Dolphin, hopefully, undefeated against the Jets.
And the Jets scored the last points ever at Highmark Stadium. So there's that too.
There you go.
And when Tua's the Jets quarterback next year,
Whew.
Not going to happen.
you can just go 0-2 against the Dolphins
I don't think that's
to
gonna
continue
happen.
the Dolphins.
I don't
winning
think that's
streak.
going to happen.
The best part
Tomorrow,
about him going to the Jets would be that that's not a team that I would fear that fixes him. And then the Dolphins have to
No.
live
The
in
Jets
fear.
don't fix people. The Jets ruin people. People
That's what I'm
succeed.
saying. This would be great.
Succeed there despite the Jets, not because of them.
oh, someone makes a good point here that they don't think the league would go from Saturday week 18 to Monday wild card. That is a consideration for Carolina as well.
Yeah,
would
it's a
be-
lot of rest.
It's an extra day. Well, it's a day and it's an extra day for the Rams and 2 extra days for Carolina. But how's that any different than a Saturday, Sunday? I
Yeah.
get it. I get what they're saying. But if that's the case, and then you move the AFC game there, then you could go.
Then you have Packers Bears on Saturday night,
Yes,
and then you still have
because that's a 2-7.
Then you have you start with Carolina, you go into that game.
Well,
but then the middle game is San Francisco and Philly,
I wonder if
which would leave some sort of toss up.
I wonder if in that circumstance you might not put 49ers, and one of them would be the early game on Sunday in that case.
I don't think so.
It's
And
just
the
a
Fox would still take the
and the
middle
way
game.
you would do that for fairness purposes is that if you put the 2-7 on Saturday night, you make sure you put the 3-6 on Sunday at 1:00, because then the 2 and 3, who are the closest to each other, would play each other. And if the 7-1, who cares? They've got the bye. They play a bye team. But if the 2 seed likely wins, the 3 seed likely wins, then it's a Saturday night, Sunday morning, and there's no disadvantage there.
I'm good with the way we have it.
I am too. I think we should stick with what we've got. 3 AFC games off the hop, and then 3 NFC games.
Smash the like, sub to the channel, sub to the podcast as well. We're going to guess the spreads for these games. Jared, do you have that ready to go?
I do, yeah. Give me 8 seconds.
Well, in those 8 seconds, I will tell everyone to sign up for the Race for the Mayo Cup, fantasygolfchampionships.com, $250 an entry. That works out to around $7 a week for the season, $110,000 to the winner. If you go to my X account right now, formerly known as Twitter, you will see a pinned tweet in there. Once you enter, retweet that tweet, then just shoot me your username. That should take about 4 seconds, and you get into a draw for one of 2 more free entries, because you can have up to 10 entries if you want. Highly recommend that you do it. Gary, and this is even something you'd be good at, knowing so little about golf.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I've considered doing it the last couple of years, just even as a way to sort of incentivize myself to watch golf more, because I do enjoy watching golf. I think I will definitely do it this year.
Hey, look, I just sent you a bunch of money, so you're good.
Yeah, there we go.
I assume, Jared, you can't find lines for either the Steelers or Ravens.
I can't, yeah.
No.
It's
I figured.
difficult.
So
Yeah.
we'll have 5 games. Cust has won the season, 7-4-2. in the Guess the Spreads contest. But that doesn't mean that we can't, keep going here.
That's right. This is like
worth double points.
No, this is like the Cowboys Giants game.
No,
It's just for laughs.
It's not. This is a winner take all week.
Oh, okay.
There it is. Yes.
Yeah, the other games are just preseason games.
When
Warm
you're
up
in.
to the big five here as we get into the wild card weekend playoff. So, Jared, hit us with the first game.
All right. Chargers at Patriots.
I think the Patriots are going to be favored. That's just my guess. Trey Lance. I find it weird that. Do you think that Trubisky going crazy on the Jets hurt Drake May's MVP campaign?
No, I don't actually. I don't think any voter is going to take any stock in that. Anything you do against the Jets is really not something that unless you do poor things against.
I always wonder about these playoff lines because they're not treated like obviously regular season lines. I feel like they tighten up a bit. So I shaved 2 points off of what I would normally go to. Garion, is your guess? We're locked.
I'm going to say Patriots by 6.5.
That's what I got.
I said 5.5.
3.5.
Whoa.
3.5. Yeah.
So Tim, you get the point.
Ooh,
Wow.
that is tight.
Look, I am
That's not a
someone
lot of
who is on
respect for the
record
Patriots.
not respecting the Patriots all that much, but wow.
Second year
I would
QB,
love
I
the
guess.
Patriots
First playoff
immediately.
game. Never know.
Against Herbert, who's got just a bang-up record.
Absolutely.
I mean, are you going to make that same case for Baltimore? When you take Baltimore in the
Well, at
playoffs
least
against
Baltimore's
anyone, it's like, oh, yeah, don't worry about Lamar in the playoffs. He's great.
It's going to be a very tough game to pick. I probably would pick the Ravens. Certainly wouldn't take the Steelers.
You would not take this. The Steelers are the perfect team to beat Houston.
Not gonna
Just
happen.
gibberish on the field, and they'll win by 10 somehow. I kind of like the Chargers. I like the Chargers outside. I like the Chargers defense. I worry about them losing 40.
It's too early to have to make a pick because we don't know what the
No, I'm
weather's
not
gonna
making
be
the
like.
pick yet. I'm trying to talk through
Yeah.
set it up for the people a little bit. Like they rested everyone this week, except for Keenan Allen, who got his money, got his 6 catches and 9 yards. That was good for him. Trey Lance really came through. It's all a defense thing. Like if their defense shows up with now everyone back who's been suspended that can come back and play, like their defense has been awesome.
Chargers are the best team other than Buffalo. They've played all season.
I mean, the Chargers might be better than Buffalo.
They might be. That defense, super physical. Against
Their
a rookie
defense is
QB.
fantastic. I just like watching even the few plays I got to watch today. And I know obviously there's some backups in there and it's Trey Lance, whatever.
Bolts
but
cover certainly seems
their
strong.
offensive line
But if the
is
weather's,
just
if we get
abysmal.
some chilly weather or we get some inclement weather, I may very well change my mind.
One of these coaches is incredibly disappointed in wildcard weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think at this point, all the expectations on the Patriots that the Chargers do have the built-in excuse that like,
Absolutely.
they have no O-line, they can't block. Will Campbell came back today for the
No,
Patriots.
absolutely.
As well.
The Chargers are coming into the playoffs playing with house money, and the Patriots are.
Yeah. Next game.
Bills at Jags.
See, I think this is the toughest one of the week,
Hmm.
and I think I'm going to be wrong about it. Would be my guess.
We'll see.
But
I
Buffalo.
wonder if I favored the wrong side here.
That's the whole thing. Like this is the one game where I'm thinking like who's actually favored.
Yeah, here I'm just taking what do I think where the public has to. These playoff games are so public heavy. Where's the
I
public
mean,
coming
most
in?
NFL games are pretty.
But
public.
in particular, the playoffs. So that's why I picked the spread I did.
Garion, your pick.
I feel pretty good about this one. I think it's just going to be, I'm not saying it's necessarily right, but I think it's going to be Bills by 2.5.
I got 1.5.
I said Buffalo by 1.5.
1.5. Well done, gentlemen.
Buffalo?
Yeah.
We got it.
I'm not so sure it doesn't flip because the Jags have to be the sharp side here. But can enough sharp money come in to flip this? I don't know.
So it's 3-2 because we both nailed that one. Yeah, I think
Jacksonville's
it's
got
funny
to
that
be the
like
right side.
we all debated on who would be favored and we all ended up on Buffalo and we were right. What do you make of Buffalo? It feels like they lose this game, or they win the Super Bowl.
It's
Or
wild
lose in
that
the
that Buffalo is now the public team in the AFC.
Well, they're the team with the guy, right?
Yeah.
All the other the guys have
I certainly think
big the questions around. them.
Jacksonville is certainly a much better team, but the Bills have clearly the best advantage at the most important position.
Yeah.
And it's tough to pick against that good quarterback, but Duval has got stuff cooking. So I think if the Jags lose, they're going to have to beat themselves. And they might. They really might. They do a lot of dumb things. But I don't know. Right now, I would lean Jackson. Well, of course I would. I picked them.
Yeah, you picked them to go to the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
you
I would hope you would take them as an underdog in the first
I
round.
would lean Jacksonville.
Next game.
Packers at Bears. I think Matt LaFleur's seat gets a little hot
No.
if Jordan Love starts.
He will start, I think.
Jordan Love's going to
He
start.
was, he was active today, so he'll start.
Yeah.
He was active?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was the
he was-
emergency quarterback.
Willis was inactive. He was the backup quarterback officially.
When I made Green Bay my super lock this week, I hadn't considered them benching Willis.
No. And that
It was like Toon versus
and that Brosmer was
and not McCarthy playing. I was like, oh God.
Yeah, McCarthy looked good again today.
The game came on. I was like, oh, well, there's dead money right there. Although Cust saved me some money today. He made a very good point. At the moment that the Jags, I think, got up by 20, I looked at the score as 20-17 in the Texans and Colts game. So I bet the Colts plus 9.5, and I bet them outright at 4-1. And I thought they were going to win the game at one point. They almost didn't cover the 9.5, but
That they would give up. They would concede.
yeah, and Houston didn't, but they did take out CJ Stroud. They put in Davis Mills. Like what we thought would happen happened. It was a 1-point game until
the Colts almost won it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Then Riley Leonard did a very Riley Leonard thing.
your pick, Garion.
Sorry, what game were we talking about?
Packers Bears.
Packers Bears. God.
I think I might have the wrong team favored in this game.
I
Interesting.
will say the Packers by 2.5.
See, I've had Bears 1.5. I'm
way off. I have the Bears by 3.5.
Bears 1.5.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go. I think the Packers.
I didn't think it was right when I was saying it, but again, I don't know. The Packers are just such
I
a
think
public
the,
team, and
the Bears
really,
will Bears will eat them alive.
I don't
The
think
Packers
so.
the Packers, like the 49ers, I think, are kind of dead. Coming in kind of dead. Like they're
the
just
last
injured.
couple of
and,
weeks have been with the
What have we
injuries,
seen?
Have been a very tough sort of
yeah, like
changing of the field for them.
if the Bears had just not lost today, I think it would be like Bears.
I don't
with
think
and-
so. Just no one. The Bears did almost exactly what they've done all season long. They got blown out the entire game, came back in the fourth quarter, and almost won at the end.
The Packers, I mean, I could be wrong. And look, people who are Packers fans know that I've been pretty critical of them all season. It's just the Packers seem like they're in the playoffs, but they have a very faint pull.
I agree that I think that the Bears.
And if I were the Bears,
I think the Bears are the
is
worst
the team I want to see.
The Bears are the worst team in the NFC
No, I don't agree with that.
in the playoffs right now.
Worse than
Okay,
Carolina.
They don't count. They're not a real team.
But like, if I'm the Bears, like I don't have to play the Rams or the 49ers. And even though I think the 49ers have their problems,
There's
I'm
a path.
delighted to take the Packers.
There
out.
is a path for the Bears to get to the NFC Championship game
Yeah, if they win this week,
and then beat the Eagles next week or whoever it might be.
or the winner of the or no, they won't be. It could be the.
I mean, they could theoretically beat the Packers, then beat the Panthers next week if the Panthers win.
and the Eagles lose.
Yeah, like that. That's a possibility.
But like,
well.
I don't hate their chances against the Eagles. They beat the Eagles earlier this
They
year.
do. They feel far more fraudulent than a lot of these teams.
I
Well,
agree.
How
Them,
many
them,
how
them.
many victories do they have by less than 3 points?
Probably a
It's
lot.
like an insane number.
It's like 6, I think. They're kind of like the Steelers in the NFC, but they have life at quarterback.
I like them this week, though. I will say.
Okay. Next game, Jared.
They did beat the Eagles, though. and
Oh, they
smashed
did?
them as
They
well.
did. They
They
ran
sure
it down
did.
their
And
throats
playoff-style football. Run the
on
ball.
that Black Friday game.
yeah.
And at home. 49. Actually, you know what? We'll go Rams at Panthers.
This is the hardest game.
So this one's 7-1. But
So
Tim,
that game
if you
earlier
bet
in the
with
season,
him-
that was at Carolina, right?
So
Yes.
yeah. So Tim Butts, our friend, is behind the camera right now. He has 2 bets with. Well, now I guess it's the Rams. Now we know that for sure. He made 2 bets with Tim earlier. Tim gave 15-1 on Carolina to beat the Rams and 20-1 for them to beat the 49ers.
I meant to reverse those odds, but Carolina's not winning this game.
We've seen this situation a lot, where this goofy home team with the terrible record wins at home.
Yeah, but we've also seen teams out here in the spot who are dead. And have no
Sure,
chance.
but it's not. I don't think this is close to a lock. I will
So-
be taking Carolina this week.
To remember, because again, like when you just at the offset here, you're like, there is no world in which the Panthers can score and keep up with the Rams. How did they do it last time? It was like 3 fourth down touchdowns.
yeah, it was
Or like Hail Marys.
in terrible weather too. Anyway, I got my pick.
I will say the Rams by 9.5.
I said 10.5.
I said 11.5.
Fucking hell, Pat. You're all over it. 10.5.
Pick.
I waited until the winner take all week to do well.
No.
Good pick.
I've already won the week, 6-3-0. Unfortunately, I do not catch up to Cust. I was too far behind.
Good pick.
Unlucky cost.
Happens.
Maybe next year.
Happens.
Because
Yeah,
those games used to be 13.5.
yeah
I
I'm
vividly
not
remember-
convinced that it won't. Once it's over 10.5, it can rise.
Yeah, I agree. But the one that sticks out to me is obviously the 2011 Saints at Seahawks, the shaking the stadium beast mode
Beast
game.
Quake.
They were 13.5 point dogs at home. Next game, last game.
Last one. 49ers at Eagles.
Quick on the draw with this one.
I'm going to go with this.
Garion?
I'm gonna say Eagles by 3.5.
That's what I got.
I had 3 flat.
3.5.
3.5.
I didn't get shut out. Hooray!
I like the Eagles a lot.
I got 8 of a possible 10 points there.
I like the Eagles a lot in that game.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
would-
say I would take the Eagles pretty bluntly.
And then if we don't have the spreads, but like I was saying earlier, like if it's Texans at Steelers, I would make the Texans a
2.5.
2.5 point favorite, maybe 3. And if it's Ravens,
Probably the reverse.
yeah, I would make the Ravens 3 or 3.5, probably 3 point favorites against the Texans.
I think I think the Texans should be favored against.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Lamar's going to be laying points at home if he's in the playoffs.
I think it just comes down to, even if the Ravens win this game, it comes down to how Lamar looks in this game.
Well, that's fair. That's a fair point. I feel like if they're going to win, he's probably going to play pretty decently.
I don't know. I mean, who knows? The Steelers play the stupidest games over and over and over again.
Yeah, they do. There's a team. I'm not gonna miss.
Jeff wanted me to ask you about something.
Okay.
Do you now care about the unfair advantage of hiring a broadcaster now that it's in your own division and you have to worry about Troy Aikman's powers with the Dolphins?
I have so many other problems. My team is so far from anything that I would spend 3 seconds worrying about what Troy Aikman's whispering sweet nothings into Stephen Ross's ears about. Doesn't concern me. What like the Jets? What give me any sense that the Dolphins have a track record of making sensible decisions?
Well, this again is the funny thing now in retrospect of like the amount of time people talked about this. And again, not that it's a complete nothing burger, because I don't think it is, but that anyone was talking about the Raiders having a competitive advantage this season.
Yeah, they have the first pick in the draft. Congratulations.
Right, that's it.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you got?
There is one Texans Ravens that I see.
Okay.
It's only Ravens though.
Is it 2.5?
No, close though. Tim,
3.
Darian,
3.5.
1.5.
1.5. Yeah. So Texans getting some respect here.
No, 1.5 Ravens.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah,
okay, yeah,
we
yeah.
Still a
We
little bit
figured
more
it'd be
than most. Yeah. That makes more sense to me though.
Well, folks, this was a fun Sunday Night Live show again this year. We had fun.
yeah, it was good.
It was great.
Was your favorite when Emerson was just talking over
we
you
need to
eating
conclude
hot
the
dog?
ranks. You can put that down as a 0 out of 10.
What?
Did I
I
complete
thought
the
you were
ranks?
ranking the guests.
No, the food.
Like, oh God.
Do you have the whole list?
I got the whole list. Yeah.
All right, give us the list of Cust Eats in 2025, now 2026, as a part of the season finale. Good work.
Thank you. I did what I could.
That's well done. What are we calling this one?
Death
Hot
Wings.
sauce? Yeah, Death Wings. Okay, yeah. And what was it? The
0.
0. Right.
0.
Okay.
Never would
0.0.
eat again.
All right. From top to bottom. KFC Pickle Burger, 5.5. Wendy's Meal of Misfortune, 7.75. Guys Hot Dogs, 9.9. Jack-o'-lantern Whopper Combo, 9.7. McDonald's Veggie Delight, 6.5. A&W Masala Burger, 8.7. Popeye's Ghost Pepper Chicken, 7.7. Jello with Gummy Bears. 8.10.
That was so
A
good.
full 10. Dairy Queen Flamethrower, 9.7. Burger King Nashville Chicken, 9.8. Tim's Pepperoni Pizza, disappointed. The lowest score other than the Death Wings, a 4.9. KFC Festive Chicken, 9.7. Popeye Sliders, 8.4. Dried Fruit was an even 7. The Grinch Meal was a 9. And the Burger King Melt was an 8.8. And then Death Wings as the final, a 0.
Could I say that we're probably going to be doing a different gimmick next year, but as I was watching like the Halifax CTV broadcast and was getting the Halifax commercials, some pizza place was advertising their Donair dippers.
That's Greco.
You didn't do that?
We could have done Greco's Donair dippers.
Yeah, Greco's.
I can't handle the smell of Donair sauce. It's fucking disgusting.
I don't like the Donair sauce
It's
either. I just like the dipper
gross.
without the sauce.
Oh. Gary, when you come down at some point this summer to play golf against me and Cust on video on the MMN YouTube channel, we'll get you a Donair.
We'll get you a good
I
one.
had Donair. I had Donair the day after your wedding.
Oh,
Where'd you,
gross.
yeah, but I wonder where you went. So you got to know where to go.
Oh yeah, I'm not. It was some place I can't quite remember.
There's only 2 places, in my opinion, that you should
Eric
go that are
might have
good.
been there. And maybe
Eric?
A-Rap.
A-Rap. Big Papa A-Rap.
Yeah.
There's a throwback. One of the very first producers of the Pat Mayo Hour at that point. He just hit one button and walked away and went outside and smoked. And then I did the rest.
Well, goodbye,
And then
everybody.
Matt directed with his foot.
I will miss you on the live show. I will miss the food.
Miss the fans.
I will miss the fans, the camaraderie, but most of all, I will miss you folks. It was a great. I think this is year 4 of Sunday Night
3,
Live.
I think.
4, I believe.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's 4 of Sunday Night Live, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. So, thanks for watching.
Me too. Thank you all. Join the One and Done. Help support the show. That means I won't retire in 3 years. The more you support the show, the more I will stick on doing the show as long as people do support it. So that means even if you don't listen to them, subscribe to the audio versions of the podcast and put them on auto download. That really helps. And tune into our stuff in the offseason. We're going to be back on Tuesday with the spread show. That's not going anywhere. Best Bet's not going anywhere. But if you guys do have any ideas for the offseason that Cust, Garion, and I can do together, whatever it might be, we would love to do.
I want Tim's takes on the World Baseball Classic.
No, off the air, I want to ask you about this new third baseman.
Okay.
We have another show to film in like 5 minutes with
don't.
Jeff, which will be coming out on Tuesday. Michael Kim tomorrow for 2 hours. It's an awesome interview of a one and done strategy article and video tomorrow as well. We'll have the golf preview with me, Jeff, and Tim Tuesday morning. Spread picks that night. Best bets just after for the playoffs. We're not going anywhere. January is the most downloaded month of the Pat Mayo experience. So I expect to see you around. Plus, Custy's voting starts this week too. All right. Thank you all for watching, for being here with us this year live. I know it's a commitment, but I'm glad you were here. We were happy to do it. We'll see you next year.